Hello, my name is Michael Booker, and I am a filmmaker. Just a warning, this is just going to be man on the internet rants about a couple of things type video. If I lose track of the point, I'm sorry. I just have a couple of things that I want to say. If anyone can relate to this, then that's pretty cool. I'd like to start this off saying that I'm doing my third 48-hour film challenge in Pittsburgh. For those who don't know, the 48-hour film challenge is a worldwide event where filmmakers from all over come together for one weekend, and from 7 p.m. on Friday till 7 p.m. on Sunday, they write, shoot, edit, and deliver an entire 7-minute movie in just one weekend. And you'll have a wide range of people coming together with these film crews and these film groups. Some have super expensive 20+ members, Alexas, all these lights and equipment. Then you have these other groups of filmmakers, which all they have is just like camcorders and like duct tape and like gum wrappers. And it's more often than not that I notice whenever I go to these screenings is that the filmmakers with the lower budgets often tend to release more interesting films. And that's not to say that every film that has a super high budget is just terrible. What I'm getting at is that sometimes when you're limited to just the resources that you have, that is when you tend to come up with the most creative solutions for whatever you're trying to do. And I like to think about these people because most of the times their projects, they'll be really good, but they won't get to like the best of, or they won't get to like Filmapalooza at the very end. But they'll have like really good films in these festivals. And even though sometimes they don't get awards or they don't score, these people come back every year. Why? That is the question. Why do these people come back every year and do the same thing? The answer is passion. Passion. Now, this is where I get into my first sidetrack. I've been noticing just online and just in general that a lot of people who want to call themselves creatives and want to call themselves artists often tend to be very self-deprecating and dismissive of their own works and talents. And to them, I say, if you don't put any effort and any passion into your work, whatever that means to you, no one else will either. No one else will recognize the meaning of this because there is no meaning to begin with. Art starts with you, the creator. It comes from your intentions, your thoughts, your experiences, and you shape that out to be what you want it to be because it's uniquely yours, and no one else can have that. No one has the same dreams as you. No one has the same nightmares as you. So whenever you're trying to make something, make sure that it at least comes from somewhere. And it comes from a place of passion. And passion doesn't mean just happiness. It could mean you're like a depressive stage, or it's something that you're very curious on, or it's something you're very knowledgeable about. Passion isn't just one thing. Art isn't just one thing. Art can both have meaning and no meaning at the exact same time, but even no meaning still has meaning if the artist still has intent. And the audience can see that very easily. It's very easy to see when a project has no passion or no soul or no hope behind it compared to a project that may not look good, but you can tell that someone put their whole heart and soul into creating this thing. And so that's where I want to get into my next sidetrack, which is I want to talk about a film that I watched recently. For the big old flitch heads out there, you might know that my favorite director is Sion Sono. He's a Japanese director, and he makes a bunch of weird, really weird, surrealist movies. Sometimes they'll be super dramatic, sometimes they'll be hilarious, but they're always like bombastic in some way. And they don't always look good, they don't always sound good, but the meaning and the intent behind each film that I see from this guy, from this director, it's just baffling. Just how much you can tell that he cares about every frame, every character action, every character in action, every camera movement, every sound. Like it's poetic. And he inspires me to become a better creator every time I go to watch his movies. And usually I watch his movies just whenever I feel a little down or feeling a little creatively lacking, I'll go and I'll put on one of his movies, and it really makes me think, just like, wow, somebody thought about this. Someone thought about this much. What is something in my life that I could talk about that even equates to something kind of like this? And he holds himself to a certain standard where he can do the most silly, stupid, dumb plot that you will ever see, but then somehow make it profound and have the most heartfelt meaning by the end of you watching it. And he's just the GOAT. He's just the GOAT. And so whenever I think about what it means to be an artist, I think about that guy. And the movie that I watched of his was called The Red Post on Exeter Street. Exeter. It's a very weird way to, I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Exeter. Escher. Exeter Street. On the surface, it's a movie about the auditioning process to become a lead actor in a movie. The plot surrounds a group of probably like 30 plus people. They all get the chance to audition for a breakthrough role for a famous director. And what I enjoyed about this movie is that at its core, the movie is about extras, not the main character, extras, and what their purpose is in movies. Without extras, your movie is lifeless. You can have a burger with cheese on it, but if you ain't got the mayo, the pickles, the onions, the extra additives on top, every burger is just the same. It's the extras that make the movie. And in this movie, there are no main characters. You follow like 15 plus people in this movie, and you understand every core aspect of their lives by the end of the movie. And one of the core messages is sometimes you just feel like just another guy in the crowd, right? But if you're given the opportunity to express yourself, and someone's giving you that opportunity to express yourself, you might as well take that opportunity, because everyone has a unique story. Nobody's the same. Everybody's unique. And though you may not be the main character, you have a story to tell. So why not tell it? Okay? And it's a great movie. I won't go into crazy depth in this video about it. Someday down the road, I'll probably do a video where I just go over just all of this guy's filmography whenever I watch all of his movies. But watching this movie really made me think about what it means to be a creative, what it means to be an artist, and just what it means just to be just another guy just floating around on the internet and the world. Why do I feel the need to tell like a group of probably like 6 people how I feel on the internet? And I don't know, humans always want to express themselves. Also, I'm not saying that I'm like a cinema god or anything, and I'm not saying that all of my videos or any of my videos have been just like the most profound and philosophical, just mind-blowing content that you have ever seen in your life. But it's an extension of myself, and it's just how I express myself. If I'm feeling a certain way, if I think something's funny, I'll make a thing about it. If I want to make a little song, I'll make a little song. That's because there's meaning and there's drive behind me making those things. It's not just out of thin air. If you're always trying to make things just to please other people, you will always be disappointed. So do what you want to do, right? Make things that you are passionate about. Do things that you are passionate about, because if you don't care, nobody else will. And so I just want to end this off by saying, hello, my name is Michael Booker. I'm a filmmaker, and you are an artist. Say it, mean it, and believe it. Okay, bye.